we're doing something new. I'm so excited. Okay. Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Keisha and today I'm going to be doing my August TBR, but we're doing something a little bit different this go around. So I have just felt very burnout this year. I have felt very low on the creativity scale. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love being creative. I thrive in a creative environment. And so I just needed something new and fresh. So I have created a TBR game or TBR jar game of sorts, but I wanted it to be a little bit unique to me and my channel. And so I'm very excited to share with you all TBR Treasure. I feel like it's fitting to call this treasure because books are a treasure. Yes, that is a cliche, but it works for the game. So I have 4 treasure chests filled with reading prompts, some submitted by you all and some of my own making. And so I'm going to share this with you and tell you what I'm going to be doing each month for TBR Treasure. So I'm someone who is not very flexible with my TBR a lot of the time. I will book myself for buddy reads and book clubs and everything in between, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to keep my TBR. I think the downfall of that is being a mood reader and really wanting to just read what I want to read, but then also wanting to be creative and do fun games like this. So I feel like I've created a game for myself that is going to enable me to still choose some books for my TBR on my own, but some will be up to God himself because I have no idea what is going to come of these TBR treasure chests. But I do want to tell you all how I came up with the concept of this game. I had been toying with the idea of doing different TBR jar type categories, but I couldn't figure out how to implement it. I had a number of different ideas come to mind, and for a long time I had no ideas, but I knew what my 4 categories would be, and so I had those always in mind. And then I came across these wooden treasure chests, and I was like, we have it. This is what we're doing. So I painted each treasure chest to represent a category, and I don't even know how to go about this, like what's first. I guess we can just start with what's closest to me. So the first chest is a seasonal chest. So as you can see, I painted on the cover of this just to represent the 4 seasons: summer, fall, spring, and winter. And within this chest, I have different summer seasonal prompts because in August we are still in summer. I had you all submit on YouTube and Instagram some seasonal summer reading prompts, and I put those in this chest. This will be the last month I do summer prompts. So I'm going to draw a prompt from here and pick a book according to a seasonal prompt. Next up, and I think this is probably my favorite painted chest, I have this one, which is Phone a Friend, and I am obsessed with it. So I do have some friends in here that I'm going to pick one, and hopefully that friend will be available to pick a book. I do have my TBR cart over here. This is where I'm mostly going to be drawing from. So I'll pivot for a second and I'll share the other 2 chests. You can tell I'm new at this because I've never done anything like this. So if I'm a little bit sporadic, that's why. But I have a lot of books that I'm really highly anticipating, as well as some books from each genre. So I know that I have a wide variety of books to choose from. I obviously have some books that I plan to read in August or that I'm more excited about than others, but I wanted to have a good variety. You may also see these sticky notes here. So I do have 4 books here that I need to get and read next month if possible, and so that's why those are here, because hopefully I will be able to fit those into these prompts. You can probably see what some of these books are on the cart, but in case you can't see the sticky notes, we have Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie, Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan, Wisteria by Adalyn Grace, and What Have You Done by Shari Lapena. I will go in a little bit more detail about those books whenever we talk about them. So the next chest that I have is this one, and this is my genre chest. Because I'm such a mood reader, I just wanted to have something that would be easy for me to pick. So this is just filled with different genres of books that I have. So there's not as many in here, but these are different genres. So I will pick one genre from this chest and then pick a book from my TBR. Of course, I have one faulty chest of them all. Okay, there we go. That's better. And lastly, this is the one that I'm the most nervous about. I went back and forth on how I wanted to do this prompt. So this is the emoji prompt. So in this jar, I have a bunch of different emojis that were submitted by you lovely people on the internet. Now, I could have asked you to give me a book recommendation only using emojis, or I could have asked you just to submit a line of emojis. Did I do that? No, I did not. Instead, I decided to make things crazy and I just asked you to submit one emoji, one random emoji. I'm questioning my decisions. There are feet in here. There are teeth in here. There is a crane in here. There are all, what are you people thinking of when you submitted these emojis? So I don't know what's going to happen with this, but my rule with this is that I can choose one emoji, or if the first emoji is a simple emoji, I can add as many emojis as I want to create a prompt for my book. So it could be 1, it could be 2, 3, 8, I don't know. But that is what is in this jar, is just a bunch of little singular crazy emojis that you all submitted for me. So thank you. Thank you very much. Now that we have gotten through this really long introduction on what this new game is, let's go ahead and pick my TBR Treasure chest books. So we'll go ahead and start with the seasonal prompts. So these are summer reading prompts submitted by you all. So last month of summer, we gotta have some book. And I really hope that this fits something that I already want on my TBR for the month. So I love this. I've always wanted to do this. I know everybody does. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do TBR jars. I'm like, this looks so fun, but I've never done it until now. So I'm so excited. Okay, this one. This is the one. Please be a good one. God, give me a good one. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's something. Okay, so we have a book with the letters. I don't know if you guys can see this. I will try to make sure you can see it, but I don't know if it focuses or not because I can't see you. So this is a book with the letters summer in the title. So it's SUMMER. So right off the bat, this is gonna take a second. So we're just gonna set this. I'm so new to this. Okay. All right, so we're gonna set that there, and I'm gonna try to find a book with those letters in the title. So Small Beach Murder, SUMMER. So that is a summer book by Alicia Bessette. So we have that one. Let me see if I can find any more. Okay, this may be my only option. So we're gonna go with it. I had not anticipated reading this book this month. And also, I'm gonna tell you all, I'm not making myself read any of these if I don't feel like them. I'm going to put them on my TBR and prioritize them, but I still get to make my rules. And I'm not gonna punish myself because that's not fun. So, but I do need to get to this one. I've had it on my TBR for a while. This is a summery cozy mystery called Small Beach Murder by Alicia Bessette. It is an Outer Banks bookshop mystery, and I've heard a little bit of mixed things about it. I think what I've heard is the reason that people don't enjoy it as much is because it's more of a mystery than a cozy mystery. However, I have recently found out that I adore a good mystery, so this could be right up my alley. So it says, a former reporter turned bookshop clerk in the Outer Banks is pulled into a deadly web of secrets when a mysterious fall at a lighthouse echoes a tragedy from her past. So this is book number 1 on my August TBR. I'm gonna save my phone a friend prompt for last because I'm realizing I record on my phone. So I'm gonna have to stop recording and then start recording again when I phone a friend. So that's gonna be fun. So we're gonna save that for last. So let's go with genre next. So let's give it a good shake. ASMR. Okay. Let's see what genre you're gonna get. That's 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have middle grade, which is not really something I feel like reading right now, and I'm pretty sure it's something that's not even on my TBR. But you know what? I might can make this work for me. I think I can make it work. But what middle grade do I have behind? Hold on. What do I have? So in case y'all don't know this, my middle grade shelf is down here. This is like mostly books that I need to read. I'm not really feeling called to any of them in particular right now. So I'm like tempted. I'm like, do I pick a short one just so I could get through it? Or do I pick one that I am really interested in reading but may not get to this month? Okay, I'm going to pick this and we'll see if I get to this book. So this is The Circus of Stolen Dreams by Lorelei Savaryn. And the reason that I'm picking this book is, number one, it has been on countless TBRs and I've not gotten to it. Number two, Lorelei Savaryn wrote The Edge of In-Between, which is a middle grade book that I've read twice and I really loved it. I gave it 4 stars. And number three is she has a new book coming out this fall, and so I'd really like to read this one before I read her newest book. So this just follows a brother and sister, I believe. The brother, I think, gets taken into the woods and he disappears. And she goes looking for him, and he ends up being in this world called Reverie, which I think is a little bit like a carnival of sorts. But I think there are nightmares here, and I don't know, it's a spooky middle grade. So it's one that I've really been intrigued by and interested in, but I just don't read middle grade as much these days. But I do love a good spooky middle grade, and it does sound like a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one for my middle grade prompt. Okay, next up we're going to do the emoji prompt. So I'm going to be reading a lot of books this month. I can already tell. All right, ASMR. Okay, that's good. I have a lot of emojis. Well, I guess I need to keep it up here so you guys can see. All right. Got one. We'll see if I pick another. Okay, I think I can work with this. So this is it was a picture frame. So this is a little bit different because I had to get it off camera. But it's the picture frame emoji that has like the mountains and the stream and stuff. So this is the emoji. And I think I have a book that'll fit that, but let's see. So I'm thinking, I've got a cozy mystery in my head that I just put it back somewhere. And I'm probably gonna have to grab it again. But I wonder if any of the rest of these would fit this. Probably not. Oh, why is this moving? Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait, you know what? I wonder if this could work. Okay, so I have The House Across the Lake by Reilly Sager. And I don't know if there's mountains in this book or whatever, but I feel like these go together. I feel like this could work. You know? It's either this or I have a book way up here. Hold on. Let's see. The first one I thought of was Get Away with Murder by Diane Kelly, which is a cozy mystery set in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So I feel like these are options. But I almost feel like I need to read Reilly Sager's backlist. Like, this is the only Reilly Sager book, other than his newest one, which I'm currently reading, that I need to read. So maybe I should just put you know what, I'm doing it. I'm going to put The House Across the Lake on my list. That's what we're going to do. So this is going to go back. And I'm just going to use the one emoji this time. So thank you to whoever it was that submitted that emoji. And I am so grateful that it wasn't a hard one. You're great. Okay, now we're going to phone a friend. And I'm making my own rules. If I phone a friend and this friend does not get back to me today or within a reasonable amount of time, like while I still have lighting, or even if I don't, I guess it doesn't matter. Then I get to pick another friend. Okay. So I have friends in here. I have my dog in here. I have my hubby in here. Let's see who it's going to be. ASMR. Okay. I'm not going to do that every video, but like right now I'm just enjoying it. Okay. All right, who's it gonna be? The friend is, okay, I knew this was gonna happen. I literally knew this was gonna happen, and she's gonna be so upset if I put her back. Okay, so the friend is Gwen, and Gwen is doing a social list Saturday, which means she's off social media today. She's not gonna answer her phone today. I wonder if I could text her. Maybe I can text her. Do we think she's gonna? I'm gonna try to text her, and I'm gonna try not to put her back. if it's not today, it's tomorrow, because I feel like I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to text Gwen, and I'm going to say, hey, I need you to pick a book on my TBR. And we're going to see if she answers today. So, I knew that was going to happen, but I know she's going to be excited to pick a book, because there is a book. I hope she picks the book I want her to pick from my TBR. There's a couple different ones she could pick that would help me out for this month. Okay, if the angle changed at all, or if I changed position, it's because I just texted Gwen. So I'm not sure if she is going to get back to me today or not, but I will tell you that I could probably guess 1 or 2 books that she may pick for me. And they're books that are probably already going to be on my TBR, so we're just going to go with that. But I will, at this point in the video, if it is different, I will insert a clip. But I'm going to pop up on screen the text conversation between us so you can see what book Gwen picked. Hi friends, so Gwen did text me back, and the book that she chose is not one that I thought she would, but it works because it's a graphic novel, and that is Peculiar Woods, The Mystery of the Intelligence. So this is the second book. There's another book out. I can't remember the subtitle of the first one, but it is Peculiar Woods. I adore this graphic novel series by Andres J. Colmanares. I apologize if I'm not saying his name correctly, but this is giving The Brave Little Toaster, and I don't even know what else. I don't remember what I said the first time I read it, but like the Brave Little Toaster vibes, okay? You have inanimate objects becoming animated, and it is just such a fun time. So thank you, Gwen, for picking an easy book for my TBR when now I have 13 books. So I'm definitely probably not going to get to all the books on my TBR this month, but you know, it's fine. So this is the book that Gwen chose for me. So now that we know what Gwen has picked, we have The House Across the Lake, that's going to be my emoji book. We have my genre book, which was middle grade, that is going to be The Circus of Stolen Dreams. And then we had what was the other one? Oh, a book with the letters of summer in the title. So we have Small Beach Murder. So these are the 3 books, or 4 books. It's so throwing me off that I don't know what book Gwen is picking. But those are the books that have been chosen to me by my TBR treasure chest. Now, I am still going to add books to my TBR because I do have books that I need to read this month. So these 4 are also going to be added to my TBR, and I will tell you why. So the first one is Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This could potentially be a book that Gwen picked for me. At this point, you would know. But Gwen is doing a Patreon read-along of Death on the Nile, and we're also going to watch the movie adaptation. I have so enjoyed participating in Gwen's Agatha Christie read-alongs in her Patreon. So far, I have read And Then There Were None and Murder on the Orient Express, so I'm really excited to read Death on the Nile with everyone. I feel like most people generally know what this is about, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that is going to be one book that I add to my TBR. The next book I'm going to add is What Have You Done by Shari Lapena. I don't know too much about this book because it's fairly new to me, and I've never read anything by Shari Lapena before, but she is a thriller author. Supposedly she is an author that you can read in one sitting, and I'm going to be a co-host for the Sleep When I'm Dead book club hosted by Jessie from Reading with Jess. So I'm going to be co-hosting along with Hannah from the Teacher's TBR, and this is our book club pick for the month. So all that I know about this book is that it takes place, I think, in a small town. It's just this town where nothing ever goes wrong. People leave their doors unlocked. Kids will go to the graveyard and tell ghost stories. Parents always expect their kids to come home from school and they be safe. And then one day there's a girl who's found out in a hayfield or a cornfield or something like that, and she's dead. So now everyone is starting to get paranoid. Doors are starting to be locked. People are going crazy and wondering what in the world is going on. And so the innocent question, what have you done, now takes on a more sinister twist while we're trying to figure out who done it and what's going on here. So that is all I know, but I'm excited for this to be my first Shari Lapena, and hopefully I will find a new favorite thriller author. Next up, I have 2 new releases. The first one is Wisteria by Adalyn Grace. This is the 3rd book in the Belladonna series, and I have absolutely loved this series. It follows Signa and Death, and it's a little bit of a gothic romantasy. There are elements of The Secret Garden, there's elements of Bridgerton, there's elements of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, there's a murder mystery, and that is all just in book 1. And I will say that I gave book 1 4 stars, then I gave Foxglove 5 stars and loved it even more. So I'm very excited as we follow a new character. I think we'll still get some of the main character from the other 2 books, but we're following a new character in book 3. And I'm very interested to see how her story is going to work out. So I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Yvette from Leave Race of Doors. We have buddy read the last book together and we love this series. So I'm very excited to be continuing on with Wisteria. The next buddy read that I have is also with Yvette, and it is also another new release. This one isn't as top priority for me, so if we do have to push it back a month, I think that's going to be okay. But it is Beneath These Cursed Stars. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, because the first... Okay, so let me explain this. I read These Hollow Vows and These Twisted Bonds by Lexi last year. This is a YA fantasy series that involves fae, and it was really good. I gave both books 4 stars, and this book, Beneath These Cursed Stars, also by Lexi, is kind of a spin-off following the sister from the first books. So I don't know too much about it. I kind of want to go in blind. I'm hoping that I'm not left in the dark too much from not remembering a lot about the first couple books, so because I'm not doing a reread, so hopefully it will work out in my favor. But I am excited to read this series. Another buddy read that I have, do you remember when I said I was going to stop doing so many buddy reads and book clubs? It's gonna come, you know. It's just, and this is tame in comparison to the past 2 months, but I am going to be doing another buddy read, and that is A Cross Country Wedding by Courtney Walsh. I'm going to be reading this with my friend Jordan from Jordan Elaine. We love Courtney Walsh, and you all know Courtney Walsh is my favorite author. I know Sally Hepworth has been my favorite author, and she still is, but I think Courtney Walsh has topped her because I have read 5 of her books, and all of them except one were 5 stars, and the one that wasn't a 5-star was a 4. I love her writing, her banter. I love that I laugh and cry in her books. I love that it isn't surface level, like it's light enough where it's fun and not too deep, but she still goes deep. It's just not so deep that like it's hard to read. Does that make sense? Probably not, but I am so excited to read A Cross Country Wedding because this is kind of a spin-off or a companion novel to A Cross Country Christmas, which was the first book that I ever read by Courtney Walsh. So this, I think, is following, you know, I actually don't know. It's following somebody that's connected with the first couple, but I don't really remember who, you know? I don't know. But it says a fun, loving, free spirit, her buttoned-up best friend, and a cross-country wedding that could drive their platonic relationship towards something else entirely. The only thing I know is they're going to the wedding of the people from the first book. So that's all I know. But I am very excited to read this because I love Courtney Walsh, and I'm excited to read it with Jordan. There are honestly so many other books that I want to get to on my TBR, but I have to rein it in. There are some that I wish got picked for my TBR treasure chest thing, and they did not. So I only have 3 more books I want to talk about, and they are for a video that I'm going to be doing the second round of. So it's when I read my friend's favorite cozies. So I have 3 cozies, and these are what they are and whose they are. So the first one is Death by Dumpling by Vivien Chien, and this is Gabby from Gabbing About Books' favorite cozy. Then I have The Plot is Murder by V.M. Burns, which is Gwen's favorite cozy. It's possible that Gwen picked this. I don't know yet, but again, you all already know. So this is her favorite cozy. And then I have Up to No Gouda by Linda Reilly, which is Hannah from the Teacher's TBR's favorite cozy. So I will be reading these 3 ladies' 3 favorite cozies, and hopefully I will find a new favorite cozy in the process. So we have a grilled cheese shop mystery, we have a mystery bookshop mystery, and then a noodle shop mystery. So if you have any predictions on which one of these will be my favorite, let me know. Okay, so this is what we have ended up with, plus, why are there so many books plus these? So that's a lot of books. That's a lot more books than I anticipated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 books. Is Keisha gonna read 11 books? Y'all, I don't know if she is. I'm just saying, but you know, we're gonna try. And this is fun. This is my first round of TBR Treasure. I hope you enjoyed it. This game is not going in my favor. I forgot about books. So hi, we're back. Just kidding. All right, I'm also reading this book in August. This is Hinds' Feet on High Places, an engaging visual journey, because there's pictures. This is by Hannah Hurnard, and this is kind of a classic Christian allegory, and I'm going to be reading this along with Krista from Books and Jams and anyone else who is doing the read along for this book with her and her channel. I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. I'm a mess. This whole thing is a mess, but this is also on my TBR, so guess what? We now have 12 books. And if you want to, just to add to the chaos, instead of me telling you what emoji to put in the comments, I would like for you to go ahead and submit one singular emoji if you have not already. Now, if you already have, don't be that way. Don't be submitting me 20 emojis because you got to let everybody play, okay? So if you have not submitted an emoji yet and you would like to submit an emoji for my emoji TBR chest, you can submit an emoji down below in the comments. It would be greatly appreciated. Other than my TBR for this month, you all can find me on some reading sprints on my channel this month. I have, I think, 3 or 4 going on. They're popped up on the screen here, so just stay tuned for details on those. I'm also going to be on some friends' channels for reading sprints, so I will be popping in here or there across the month, and of course posting some other videos like a quarterly book haul. I have another trip vlog coming up because your girl can't stop, won't stop. So I hope you all enjoy. Let me know if you like my new TBR Treasure game and if you're looking forward to seeing more of these in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.